So the markets today ending up mostly flattish here, but does the crash continue tomorrow, or do we continue to get another little short squeeze into this relief rally? Have some more legs to it. Let's get into it here today. So it is April Fool's, 1st of April 2025. And you guys don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Live day trading room has been absolutely on fire lately and having a lot of fun in there. Again, on sale for another week and a half till the 11th. So first month is 60% off, 20% off swing trades as well. Anyways, let's get into it here. So a lot of, and I mean, you can see the action here. This is a day trader's market here. But little gap down this morning and a little sell and then kind of a V-shape squeeze after that. And, you know, lately it's been like every kind of dip here has been a reward for bears. And then today it kind of got rug pulled a little bit. However, the afternoon, we had a pretty good area here of resistance on the ODTs. I think I talked about this in the morning video. I said 562, look for that area. And you can see we pierced it by a little bit, and then we just kind of came back down. And now we're bouncing back up by the end of the day. Tomorrow, we got a big day. We've got ADP jobs at 8:15, and then we've got Trump's terrific tariffs. It's a shame that they couldn't have just make it on a Tuesday so we get that nice alliteration, but in any case, we are going to get that out of the way tomorrow. The market is hedged as if it's a one-time event, just so you know. But I don't think it's really a one-time event because, if he announces whatever, it doesn't matter what he announces. What's stopping him from changing his mind the next day? I mean, I don't think there's really anything that's stopping him. And what's stopping other countries from responding? Because they are going to respond individually, and I think that's going to be something the market's going to have to deal with tomorrow. But right now, kind of just a pause day after a big outside move, or a big, not an outside move, but a big gap down in V-shape yesterday. Do I think we're going to crash tomorrow? No, I said yesterday I don't think the lows are in, but I don't think we're going to, really continue down tomorrow. I think we'll be red tomorrow, though, and it may even be red trend, but I don't really see us making new lows here. I think you still got to work this off a little bit, and that's going to take more than one day. So I think that's probably why bears right now that went short this morning on the open and went short in the afternoon are not getting rewarded as much. As you can see, we're starting to just kind of bounce back up here. Again, got to kind of let things breathe a little bit. Just like right here, when we made this lower low after this, I mean, you're already down 10% in fifth fastest 10% correction in, ever, literally. So kind of having that lower low after one bounce, you needed to have a little bit more of a retrace here. And even, going back to last week, I've been in my frustrations. I was really looking for us to get to 58.10 to 25, and we got very close. So bears just getting very aggressive here and not letting things even get to, like I said previously, a 50% retrace. So I don't think we're going to get hit hard tomorrow, but I think we could be down. And if we do make a new low, I think it's quite brief. I think this needs to put in a good lower high here first. I would say, though, if the bulls do get going tomorrow, if we get some sort of vol unwind or event vol unwind, I like this trend line right here as resistance, and that's something I'll probably be looking at in the trading room tomorrow if we do get up there. I was kind of hoping we would just shoot up there today, but we didn't quite get into that area. Now the market getting a nice bounce off of the lows. One thing that we noticed, and I mean first thing right off the bat this morning, and we actually played this long, was the NQ. And what did we notice about that? The NQ was up it wasn't up all morning, but it was down less than everything else. Look at the double bottom here on NQ in the overnight versus how far down the ES had to go, versus how far down the YM had to go, versus how far down the Russell had to go, right? The NQ was leading. That's a huge change in character. We have not seen that in really the whole quarter, but really specifically the last month. First of the month, right? First of the quarter, are we having some quarterly flows roll off? That will be, remains to be seen. I don't think it's quite done yet. I still think the SMH here needs to be leading to really confirm that, but we have seen, a little bit better, a little bit more strength. Taking a look at like a Tesla here up 4.5, That has higher lows on the daily. Apple here is also held up well. Microsoft had a good day, so we're seeing some relief in some of these nice FBD kind of failed breakdown there on Microsoft. So we're seeing a little bit of a relief here, a nice level on Google, 150. Seeing a little bit of relief in these Mag 7 names that we have not seen in a while. Meanwhile, XLE was red for the majority of the day. It just ticked positive. You're seeing XLV down as well. So one of the defensive sectors getting a hit. XLP and XLU are flat to lower as well, while the Qs are green. Again, different tape. Pay attention to these things. They matter. So that doesn't mean that now the NASDAQ's leading for one day, we're just going to go back to all-time highs. But it is something you look for when we get near a more concrete pivot. So something to keep on watch there, but we really need to see it come from the semis, though, before we get excited about any sort of major low being in place. But I think maybe for the next couple of days to week, we could see some sort of a low here. But tomorrow, I've kind of had that pegged as a retrace day really all week. But in any case, here, spiders here holding up, and we're getting a little bit of an inch back towards the end of the day. 5,600 SPX has been a very nice magnet here. And not much else to say. We got jobs tomorrow, and then the terrific tariffs. So we'll see how that goes. Triple Q's here up a quarter, and the Russell here bringing up the rear, trying to hold above, or trying to get back above that 200 handle. Oops, not that confused, but the diamond. Down $1.22. Big line in the sand right below that 200 moving average there too. Semis we also talked about here. We had the nice bounce yesterday. Little inside day today. Not terrible, but it's not leading, right? It's not leading, and the market, you know, I like tech leading, but I want this to be leading tech. So I want this to be leading the whole market. By the way, speaking of earlier today, yeah, breadth is not terrible. But speaking of, we had a 90% down day at about 10 a.m. And with it, an hour later, we're at 323 advancers. So pretty amazing. But anyway, side note, IGV bouncing back above that 89 handle, 89.50. Again, beautiful weekly support here. Very nice level, kind of sweep of the low there. And we'll see where it closes the week. Transports were weak this morning. They did come back off the lows. So again, inside hammer there. 2-year yield got hit a little bit. So 2 years a little bit weaker. Joel's data this morning. Market did not like that at first, but again, I just think sellers are a little exhausted here after that gap down Monday, and that's why we couldn't hold that low. But 2 years, you know, mostly holding the gains. If you look at the 10-year yield, you can see, you know, down 2%. Got to hold this area here. So yield's definitely coming in really on the entire end of the curve. By the way, this is going to be great for the perma deflationists here. You had the 3-month 10-year. It's actually inverted again, so that's a little bit of at odds with anything, any of that. And we haven't even gone into recession yet, and we're already reverting. So that's wild. Anyway, XHB here, you know, flat day. A lot of these things are flat day. VNQ down 38 cents. This has been in a tight range. Move is coming on this soon. XLF here down 19 cents again, lagging the Qs, and we're starting to float up here as we get towards the end of the day too. So not bad if you see tech take over, but I would just prefer the semis to be doing it and leading, and we're just not quite seeing that. There's KRE, KBE, not really doing a ton. Broker dealers flat to positive. We had oil try to break 72. I didn't think it would, and I did sell my oil yesterday right near the highs, and this can still go higher if it bakes in the oven a little bit, though. A lot of pivots up here. Well, a good day yesterday. If it can consolidate that, it can go higher. CTA is getting squeezed out. By the way, speaking of CTAs, I just remembered this. They are the most short. I got to find the data here. They are the most short since the 2023 low. And it's a very similar setup here. Straight down, and then kind of that retrace there. I'm not saying we're going to do that, but just be advised. Actually, they're more short than they were in 2023. But we'll see. It's still, bulls still need to do something. They still need to get a spark going in order to initiate that. But anyway, XLE here up 26 cents. We talked about that a minute ago. That pattern's actually not bad there. That needs to do a little bit more of it, but if that breaks out, it's going to go a lot higher. XOP, same kind of thing. It's a little bit weaker, but it's not terrible. OIH was up nicely today. And then we've got nat gas here, down 4%, but still kind of choppy. And again, weekly, it's tightening up. Dollar index got hit early on, but came back. So again, it's trying to build some sort of a base here. You can make a case this is kind of bear flag-ish. It's starting to be. Filled out all this damn liquidity. Remember when I was like, dude, when's the dollar going to pull back here? But yeah, that's these moves always get filled out. Look at even right here. These moves always will get filled out. But I still think this has a good shot of zigzagging one more time up here. But anyway, real quick, dollar yen is holding on. But this line needs to hold here. Gold, I gave you guys this 290 level, and if it gets there, I'll probably even take a stab at it. But I don't know. It might just be a day trade for me because just setting the stage here. I see no euphoria in gold, and I see a lot of people calling the top. So it's hit my measured move target. I know I can tell you right now that there's a ton of dealer positioning that will like unwind at not unwind, but it'll be very hard for it to get to through 290 from now until April OPEX. But I'm still like not even sure I even want to take it because I see a lot of people talking about going short gold. So it might just be like a day trade to me. Maybe it started today. Maybe it's a front run. Maybe it front ran a little bit, but it came off the lows again already. So I don't know. I don't see euphoria either. I mean, like, yeah, the usual suspects, like the perma gold bugs are euphoric as they should be, but this is far from like. If you guys haven't traded through 2011, you know what I'm talking about. If you traded through 2011, you know what I'm talking about. That was euphoria. There is not even close. We're not even halfway to that right now. That's why I think the long-term thesis for this is way higher, like way higher, like 6, 7, 8,000. I'm not saying that that's where it's going to go, but I have that like feeling that that's probably going to happen. So I'm not telling you to go bet on that right now, but I don't see euphoria in this at all. Just so you know, I still think seasonally, all the analysis I've done says it's probably getting top heavy, but I don't know. These can always go higher than you think. I just see a lot of people trying to fade it, and I don't see anybody really euphoric. I mean, look at the miners in there. Look at the all-time. I mean, look at this. It looks like it's at all-time and well. Oh no, it's not. It's still not even close. So anyway, just a little thought there. And again, I'm not bullish short term. I'm just trying to like point out the other side of it. Silver, I'm still bullish on to 38. No changes there. Backed off a little bit today. It's coming off the lows right now. Platinum, nice retrace candle coming off the lows as well. Palladium looks a little bit better. Maybe that can try for 1050, 1075. So copper down here, no damage though. I mean, he did lose that breakup bar there, but still above the moving averages. So he's still above all these moving averages here, so I wouldn't do anything with it right now. And here's another point for bulls here, at least that could point to some buoyancy this week. You guys know what I'm going to say. Bitcoin, even look intraday here, right? This is a tight, right, like a bull flag, right? And look at SPX, right? That's the opposite of tight. It's like kind of sloppy, and we had that, down, kind of bear break, and then boom. Bitcoin's tight, nice and tight. So maybe we'll get some upside tomorrow. We'll see. Or maybe, sometimes Bitcoin tends to lead, but Bitcoin and the NASDAQ have been leading all day. Sometimes it tends to lead by a few days. I don't know. We'll see. Just food for thought there, but yeah, it's hanging in there. I'd love to see it break this range and do something here. I mean, look at how long it's been pinned to 80,000 to 88. We'll see if we can finally get up to 92. So, but tomorrow, No, just be a little careful here. Spider's getting a nice little curl here. Well, maybe we go to 560. So a nice little rebound there. And we'll see what we get tomorrow. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get this spot here, but again, not really bullish on tomorrow, but we'll see. There's a lot of event volatility attached to it, so maybe it goes the other way. We'll see, though. We've had a nice rebound off the lows, though, and they might want to retrace this a little bit more. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.